Indhujah, sit down and sit down on the floor and eat. You just came back from a place where someone died. Please go to take bath before you touch anything. No, you can be inside the house. Today is eclipse. Come on, Grandma. You impose so many restrictions on me. This old lady always wants to find fault on everything what I do. I'm not going to listen to her. Let her keep screaming, and I'm not going to follow any of her blind superstitions. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Have you guys come across a similar situation with the elders at your home? I'm sure you have. These meaningless superstitions never had a rational proof that it will affect our life. What will happen if I stand and eat? I have done it so many times in a buffet. What will happen? People who go out during eclipse, they have not died. If I don't take an oil massage, I'm not going to get any disease. But many of these beliefs drive you to believe that they are irrational. But approached with a critical acclaim, there is a lot to reveal. I was awestruck when I unearthed about them through internet. Let me share a couple of items. Our grandma used to ask us to take oil massage before bath on every Saturday. This is something which we hate as children profusely. But do you know coconut oil is very rich in vitamin E and it helps our skin to be rejuvenated, young and healthy. Further, when the oil is rubbed against your muscle, there is a light pressure created, and this pressure increases the blood circulation until it supplies oxygen to the skin. You get the natural glow. And this also helps to increase the joint fluid, secretion of joint fluid with a strong joint. So no need to buy moisturizers, no skin disease, and importantly no arthritis. And we were chided by our grandma to sit down on the floor while eating. When we sit down on the floor in a cross-legged position, it's a very good posture for digestion. And when we take the food from the plate which is on the floor, we bend forward and we bend backward. This will activate our abdomen and increase the stomach acids, which in turn helps in digestion. So no indigestion problem. I was stopped by my grandma from attending an interview because I had to go on a solar eclipse day. I didn't understand why she did that to me, but later I discovered observing sun during an eclipse might burn your retina. It will cause eclipse blindness. These were very simple ideologies followed by our ancestors, but yet it had a very strong scientific reason behind it. Our ancestors were not only taught how to earn money just like us, they were also taught how to lead an immaculate, healthier and happy life with moral values. Our Puranas and literatures not only describe our culture and heritage, they also teach us how to take the right food that act as a medicine and help us stay healthier. They also teach the spiritual exercise, yoga and what not. But where everything has gone now? Have we forgotten who we are? We all have a misconception about modernization among us. In the name of modernization, we are forgetting our roots, the roots from which our community has grown. Our ancestors had the plethora of recipes to lead a wonderful and fulfilled life. We cannot delete our beliefs. They are the subtle rays that illuminate our life with simplicity. We cannot delete our food patterns. The world's best diet was what practiced by our ancestors. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam shared a vital information that was told to him by Queen Elizabeth when he visited London. Back in 1835, Lord Macaulay has written a letter to Queen Elizabeth then. In this letter, he has stated that, I have travelled across the length and breadth of India and I have not seen a single person who's a beggar, or a thief. Such wealth in this country, such high moral values, and such people with high caliber, that we can never conquer this country. Unless we replace or break the backbone of the nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. And therefore I propose to replace her old and ancient education system so that all Indians think that it's all foreign and English is great than anything what they have. And the nation will become all we want, the truly dominated nation. This letter is still maintained or preserved by our Indian Parliament. And we all are working very hard to prove Lord Macaulay right. Our ancestors were not educated. My grandma was not educated. They never had the privilege to go search through internet, anything on this world. And so were all our ancestors. But that generation had one thing that is missing among us, at least with few of us, the wisdom. The trait of utilizing the treasure trove of knowledge with experience, using the common sense and insight. In the age of smartphones, Google in the fingertips, and so many advanced science and technologies, we can call ourselves clever, intelligent, smart, but can we ourselves call wise? Have we buried our knowledge treasure trove somewhere only for someone to use it later? Dear Toastmasters, time to gather our roots and unearth the treasure troves. Over to Toastmasters.